Hello guys, it's Friday night and that can only mean one thing. It means it's time for Say It. Say It is of course our online acting competition where the Arts Centre actors step centre stage with monologues. Now in the last 7 days we have been inundated with submissions from juniors, seniors and even an infant or two who want skin in the game. So this time round in our arts competition, the rules have changed. We've said goodbye to the leaderboards and goodbye to the public vote. The judges are powerless and even they can't give any bonuses. In this competition, the contestants are earning their way to the final by sending in a video every week, keeping up with the challenges that we set. And this week, the challenge was contemporary monologues. We've had loads of submissions and tonight we're gonna meet the cast of Say It 2021 for the very first time. Plus, they're gonna find out what teams they're in. Right guys, let's head over then straight away to the amazing acts that we have got lined up. We're gonna start off with the juniors and infants in the first round of the competition. Here we go.
This is my family. I found it all on my own. It's little and broken, but still good. Yeah, still good.
Now let's see, where could that little man could be? Could he be here? Or could he be here? Surely someone saw something. Rest assured, man cub, I'll find you wherever you are.
Elsa! Wake up, wake up, wake up! I just can't. The sky's awake. So I'm awake. So we have to play. Do you want to build a snowman?
Okay, Dad, are you listening? Sit still. You have to sit still so you can listen. This is my official birthday wish list. In ABC order. 1. A Nerf Fortnite Dart Blaster. I promise I won't shoot it inside. 2. A basketball hoop for the garage. 3. A basketball, obviously. 4. A real crossbow, about 50 arrows. Again, not for inside. 5. A magic set. Not a little kid's one, a big kid's one. 6. A metal detector for when we go to the beach. 7. A Star Wars Darth Vader alarm clock. 8. A dishwasher, because I don't want to do any of the dishes anymore. Oh, and this one might be hard, but I wrote it down anyway. I also want a puppy. Any questions?
Please don't go away. Please. No one's ever stuck with me for so long before. And if you leave, I remember things better with you. I do. Look. P. Sherman, 42. Oh, I remember it. I do. It's there. I just know it because when I look at you, I can feel it. And I look at you and I'm home. Please. I don't want that to go away. I don't want to forget.
Yes, it's me, Frosty the Snowman. No autographs right now. I'm not in the best of moods. Why? Well, you know the show back in the 60s. I can't stop thinking about it. The cheesy show with the songs that go, Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose. Hold it! Hold it! A button nose? I have a long orange carrot nose, which I take pride in. Anyway, let's continue. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know. Yes, what do the children know? 5 verses into the song, and they have so much arrogance. I'm disgusted. I better get going before I hurdle circles everywhere.
I mean, if you really knew how mean she really is. You know, I'm not allowed to wear gold hoop earrings, right? Because 2 years ago, she told me that hoop earrings were her thing and I wasn't allowed to wear them anymore. But then, my parents got me a really expensive pair of white gold hoop earrings for Kana, and I had to pretend I didn't like them. It was so sad. But she still cheats on Aaron. Every Thursday she hooks up with Shane Oman in the alcove behind the auditorium, and I never told anyone, because I am such a good friend.
When I was a kid, I thought Zootopia was this perfect place where everyone got along and anyone could do anything. Turns out, real life is a little bit more complicated than a slogan on a bumper sticker. Real life is messy. We all have limitations and we all make mistakes, which means, hey, glass half full, we all have a lot in common. And the more we try to understand one another, the more exceptional each of us will be. But we have to try. So no matter what type of person you are, from our biggest elephant to our first fox, I implore you, try. Try to make our world a better place. Look inside yourself and realize the change starts with you. It starts with me, and it also starts with all of us.
Who'd have guessed that in this competition, which might be the Arts Centre's toughest online competition yet, so many juniors and infants would step up and have a go? First of all, it's amazing to see, but second of all, the coaches are so excited to get to work with their teams. But of course, there is one more category of contestants who will be part of the teams in this competition. And that is, of course, the phenomenal seniors who will join the juniors and infants in Say It. Take a look then at how they've got on this week in the first round of the competition. Performing their contemporary monologues, here are our brilliant senior contestants.
But then I wondered, how would I feel after abdicating my role as Princess of Genovia? Would I feel relieved? Or would I feel sad? But then I realized how many stupid times a day I used the word I, and how lame that was, when there's 7 billion other people on the planet. I'm sorry I'm going too fast, but I was thinking, if I cared about them 7 billion other people, instead of just worrying about myself, that would be a much better use of my time.
I wish it was our Sammy. Our Sammy's nearly 10. He's got 2 wings and a catapult. And he's built an underground den. But me, I'm not allowed to go in there. I have to stay near the gate. Because my mum says I'm only 7. But I'm not. I'm nearly 8. Sometimes I ask Sammy. He's turned me into a car, Now the wheels are missing and the top broke off and the bleeding thing won't go. And he said when he had it was just like that. But it wasn't. It went dead straight. But you can't say nothing when you think you're only 7. But you're not. You're nearly 8. Oh, you know what, Sammy? You want to see him spit. Straight in your eye from 20 yards. And every time in it. He plays with matches and he goes to bed dead late. But me, I have to go at 7, even though I'm nearly 8.
No, you can't. Stop! Please don't go away. Please. No one's ever stuck with me for so long before. And if you leave, it's just, I remember things better with you. I do. Look, P. Simon, 42. I remember it. I do. It's there. Because when I'm with you, I can feel it. When I'm with you, I'm home. Please, I don't want that to go. I don't want to forget.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Swissbees. Our bidding this evening will begin at a lot 39. A pendulous pachyderm on egg, nest, and tree. The bidding will begin at $10,000. Do I hear 10,000? 10? 10,000. Great. Now, any higher? 12,000. You? 12,000? Thank you, ma'am. Any higher? 15,000. Anybody going 15,000? You, any higher than 15? No, no one? Sold to that man with the greasy sideburns and that weird top hat? Oh, madame. Sold instead to the guy from the circus.
I will not stop. For every minute of the rest of my life, I will not stop trying to get away from you. But if you let me save him, I will go with you. I will not run. I won't try to escape. Just let me kill him, please. You and I will be together forever. Everything will be the way it was. I promise, okay? I promise. Just like you want. Just like you want. Please. Just let me heal him. Please.
While I am not a poet, I am just a woman. And as a woman, there is no way for me to make my own money. Certainly not enough to earn a living or to support my family. If I did have money of my own, which I don't, then that money would belong to my husband the second that we got married. And if we had children, they would be his and not mine. So do not sit there and tell me that marriage isn't an economic proposition, because it is. It is. It may not be for you, but it most certainly is for me.
How do I explain, or even articulate, that every day that I'm awake is a day I fade away? So I get out of my head and meet up with my friends. They say, "Hey dude, we've missed you. Where have you been?" But I've been bleeding from all these senseless self-beatings, and they scream, "Please believe it. You are needed, you are needed." But when will I know it? That I am not that piece of shit that people look at and they wince and throw up a little bit. I am so cold. But they hold me in a way that makes the pain go away. But I've been slowly building up my sense of self from dust, where I once was just a husk of rust covered in rust, covered in rust, covered in rust.
Because I've been to a million auditions, and the same thing happens every time, where I get interrupted because someone wants to get a sandwich, or I'm crying and they start laughing, or there's people sitting in the waiting room and they're like me but prettier and better because maybe I'm not good enough. No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm one of those people that has always wanted to do it, but it's like a pipe dream for me. And you said it, you change your dreams and then you grow up. Maybe I'm one of those people and I'm not supposed to.
No, you listen. You turned out to be the exact person I thought you were. I never pretended to be somebody else. It's been me all along. It was me who was hurt in front of everybody. Look, I didn't come here to yell at you, okay? I know what it feels like to be afraid. I was, but not anymore. And the thing is, I don't care what people think about me. Because I believe in myself. And I know things are going to be okay. But even though I have no family, no job, and no money for college, it's you that I feel sorry for. I know that guy that sent those emails is somewhere inside you, but I can't wait for him. Because waiting for you is like waiting in the rain in this drought. Useless and disappointing.
He took something from me. He took little pieces of me, little pieces over time, so small, I didn't even notice, you know. He wanted me to be something I wasn't, and I'd make myself into what he wanted. One day, I was me, Christina Yang, and then suddenly I was lying for him, jeopardizing my career, and agreeing to be married and wear a ring and be a bride, until I was stood there, in a wedding dress, with no eyebrows, and I wasn't Christina Yang anymore. Even then, I would have still married him. I would have. I lost myself for a long time. And I'm finally me again. I can't. I love you. I love you more than I loved Burke. I love you. And that scares the crap out of me, because when you asked me to ignore Teddy's page, you took a piece of me, and I let you. And that will never happen again.
I fell down in the woods. I was running. I fell and I looked at the ground and I saw my hand and my sleeve and the little button on my sleeve and an old acorn, and I said to myself, I said, if this is the last thing you see, I can handle it. But it wasn't the last thing I saw. I just kept going, and how can I keep going when the worst thing has happened? What do you have to change inside to survive? I'm sorry. You don't know me. You don't know me anymore. And you can't count on me.
And then suddenly I'm thinking of Danny. I'm thinking about last night. It was perfect. But then I woke up and I looked at him and I started to think about the future. 6 months down the line, a year, maybe 2, I'll be worn out by him. And he'll be pretending nothing's changed. Out of pride, he'll put his doubts away and convince himself he's this man. This man he says only I can make him, this better man he talks about, when really we'll be sick of each other. We'll be stifled and holding on to each other as tight as we can to keep ourselves from accepting there's nothing you can give a person without taking half of them away.
Since the day I decided to stand for school captain, I've been put through it. Attacked online, attacked in person. And you can all stand there and pretend it was for a million different reasons. Pretend it was my fault. I deserved it because I was annoying or whatever. But deep down, we all know the only thing I did wrong was be a girl who spoke up. A girl who refused to stay silent. And even though I lost, I'm still not going to stay silent, because this stuff is too important to keep ignoring. Strong people do not need to make others feel bad to make themselves feel good. Strong people lift others up. I'm a strong person, and I'm going to use that strength to keep going, to communicate, to listen, and to lift others up when they're down. And most importantly, continue to fight for mine and every other person's liberties, because we could all do with being lifted up at the moment.
You listen. You turned out to be exactly who I thought you were. I never pretended to be somebody else. It was me all along. And it was me who was hurt in front of everybody. Look, I didn't come here to yell at you, okay? I came here to tell you that I know what it feels like to be afraid to show who you are. I was, but I'm not anymore, because I really don't care what people think about me, because I believe in myself, and I know that things are going to be okay. And even though I have no family and no job and absolutely no money for college, it's you that I feel sorry for. And I know the guy you send those emails is somewhere inside of you, but I can't wait for him, because waiting for you is like waiting for rain in this drought. Useless and disappointing.
So it's pretty clear to see that there are some familiar faces returning from Sing It and from Move It who are ready to take on Say It. But there's also some new faces as well, and to you guys, a huge welcome to the Say It competition. So, they are all the acts for this week for contemporary monologues. They've done a great job of sending in their 1 minute of monologue over to us. And now they've been put into their teams. But before we announce that, why don't we check in with our coaches and see what they thought of this week's entries. Here's what me, Mark, and Claire, your Say It coaches for 2021, thought of the Say It contestants in Contemporary Week.
Hi guys, it's Claire, and here we are in the first episode of Say It. It is so exciting. I cannot begin to put it into words. As each video was coming in from our contestants into the office, me, Mark and Joe were unbelievably excited to open them all and have a little look. This competition is just something so different to what we've done before, and I think the response from all of our students has been outstanding. It's really taken off, and I can't wait to see, first of all, who's going to be in my team, and to really start working on some of these skills that monologues allow us to explore. Something I think we really haven't done much of this lockdown, and I can't wait to get started. So I've got a couple of shout outs for this week, performances that I really think stood out. Everyone, first of all, I'm so impressed with your work. I've got two little shout outs and some reasons as to why they really stood out for me. So first up, Libby Barker-Gaskell, I thought the content you picked for your age and the way you performed it was absolutely spot on. Judy Hopps is one of my favourite characters in all of Disney anyway, so that helped. But no, I think the delivery of that monologue from you, as in the attack you gave it and the energy, really reflected the character of Judy, who, anyone who doesn't know, is actually a rabbit, but Libby, loves your performance. And my second little shout out is to Molly. Now, Molly, you're one of the oldest and most experienced entrants into our competition, so I think with that comes a lot of weight on your shoulders. You know, people are expecting what you deliver to be good, and it was. So I really think you lived up to that expectation. I think your whole framing of the monologue was gorgeous. The lighting, the way you delivered it, every little detail was spoken for, and I thought that was really, really excellent. So little shout out to you. So all that's left is to say I cannot wait to find out who's going to be on my team. I'll see you for episode 2. Can't wait. See you soon.
Hi guys. This week, week 1 of Say It, and it was contemporary week. Oh, they were so good, man. They were so good. They caught me off guard, first of all. They massively caught me off guard because I was not expecting there to be as many Say It entries as there was. But then also, I was not expecting to just be totally like, my jaw was on the floor for half of them. I was thinking like, what the hell? These are amazing. I loved so many of them. Now, for me in particular, my standouts would have maybe been those contestants who picked a monologue from a TV show or a movie. There was something about that for me which I just thought, it's really brave, first of all, but also it's actually really interesting to watch a performance of a character that you'll recognise from a movie or a TV show be done by a performer that I recognise from the Arts Centre. I thought that was so, it like really just brought me into the scene and really captivated me. I loved it. My honourable mention of the week would be Megan Powell. Megan, I was fully expecting a comedy monologue from you, and you didn't bring that. You brought this dark, gripping monologue, and I think use this time to explore those different styles. That's what, as coaches, we want you to do, is have a play at all these different styles, and that's what you've done from the get-go. But there are so many people who I could praise. I could just sit here and praise people for days. I mean, they were brilliant, guys. Please do keep sending them in because they were phenomenally good. They were the highlights of my week by far. Now, I can't wait to meet my team. I can't wait to see who's in it and start to get to work with you guys. I won't put any of the tips that I'm going to give my team in this video. I will instead speak to you guys in my team once we all find out who that team is. But until then, guys, thank you all for sending in your videos. Good luck in the rest of the competition. You've done, honestly, an amazing job on week 1. So see you all next week. Bye.
Hi guys, hope everyone's doing okay. Just a short message from me to say well done to everybody who has got involved in our Say It competition. It was great to see so many entries. It was great to see the quality and the variety of the monologues that was coming in. It was encouraging to see you play into your strengths, whether that be really emotional, whether it be comedic, whether it be Disney, you know, it was really good to see that in our contemporary week. Over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be taking you miles out of your comfort zone, no doubt, and setting some really, really difficult challenges. For me, I'm really excited to see who is going to be in my team and who I can help and support throughout this really unique competition. So hope everybody is staying safe, is staying positive. I cannot wait to sort of see the next round of things that you post, but more importantly, can't wait to see you in person back doing the things that we love. So take care, see you soon.
And however badly we want to give bonus points to our favourite entries of the week, we are powerless and do not have control of who gains what. The only way that contestants can gain access into the finale is through submitting a video for every one of the 5 challenges. Everyone who sent in Contemporary Week has already met one of those challenges and have 4 left to send in. But they won't be doing it without the help of one of our coaches, and that means we've had to put these phenomenal contestants into some teams. So after the first submission deadline on Wednesday night, all of the contestants were put into age groups, and then from those age groups, 3 random teams were created. Those teams are these teams. The first is made up of Ben Chain, Holly Boyd, Izzy Hutchison, Joel Morley, Corey Hallam, Megan Powell, and Liv Reynolds. The next one is made of Ava Phillips, Caitlin Porter-Bimpson, Libby Barker-Gaskell, Lucy Thompson, Maddie Bedford, Ollie Chain, Rosa Taylor, and Maddie Barker-Gaskell. The next one is made of Abby Meadows, Badger Burrows, Ikenna Hallam, Emily Thompson, Kiki Waite, Molly Waterhouse, and Ruby Chisholm. Contestants, they are your teams and those are your teammates. And only time will tell if all of those names make it into our final at the end of the competition. But maybe the biggest question on everyone's mind is which coach is with which team? Well, to find out, you will have to tune in to next week's episodes because contestants, over the weekend, we are coming to you via Zoom to meet our teams. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled, contestants, about updates to do with that. But for those of you at home watching the competition, you will have to tune in next Friday's episode when you'll watch the contestants perform their monologues for the Great British Monologue Week, where they'll have to pick a monologue from any British character. Plus, you'll find out whose team each contestant is in. The competition has officially begun, guys, which means it's time to really step it up and show us what you're made of. Contestants, good luck, and your coaches will see you over Zoom this weekend. And for everyone else, have a fantastic week and thanks for joining in. But that's all from the Say It team for now. We'll see you next week, but until then, bye-bye.